Let's dive right into this explainer and uncover the true story of Earth's greatest giants. Today, we're talking about the magnificent creatures that absolutely dominated our planet long before we ever arrived on the scene. How did they survive? How did they hunt? And what catastrophic event brought their epic reign to a sudden end? Seriously? Can you imagine a time when humans didn't rule the Earth? It's wild to think about, right? Instead, giant creatures dominated the planet. We're looking back at a prehistoric era where a single step from one of these giants could literally shake the ground, and deadly predators were capable of taking down almost any prey they set their sights on. And the sheer scale of their reign is almost unimaginable. Dinosaurs first appeared around 230 million years ago, and get this, for more than 160 million years, they completely ruled the land. Our entire human history is just a tiny blip compared to the massive chunk of time they spent as the undisputed rulers of the world. Now, moving into their anatomy, it's clear these weren't just giant animals. They were incredibly diverse. On one hand, you had the Argentinosaurus, an absolute marvel of massive size and scale. And juxtaposed against that, you have the Tyrannosaurus rex, one of history's most powerful predators, packed with bone-crushing jaws and pure power. Nature was basically experimenting in wild, extreme ways to craft different strategies for survival. What's really fascinating here is the physical scale. We're talking about the Argentinosaurus reaching an estimated 30 to 35 meters in length. That is longer than a professional basketball court. This really highlights how every species was uniquely adapted to survive in its environment. To support those massive bodies, some species even evolved extremely long necks just to casually graze on the tops of towering trees, completely out of reach from smaller competitors. But the crucial point here is that sheer size wasn't the only tool in the survival kit. While the giants relied on their massive bulk, many other dinosaurs developed extreme speed, razor-sharp claws, and incredibly powerful teeth to become expert hunters. Every single species had to find its own unique edge in a deeply competitive ecosystem. Because of that, not all dinosaurs hunted the same way. Large predators relied heavily on brute strength, using their size and jaw power to crush their prey. But the smaller ones, they depended almost entirely on speed and agility. They were the sprinters of the dinosaur world, using quickness and stealth rather than bulk to secure their next meal. A prime example of this fast, agile archetype is the Velociraptor. This was a highly intelligent predator, equipped with terrifyingly sharp claws. And some scientists even believe they may have hunted in small groups. The evidence for pack hunting is still debated, but if it's true, just imagine a coordinated group of these hunters working together. It completely changes how we view prehistoric predator-prey dynamics. Across all these diverse prehistoric landscapes, from dense forests to rushing rivers and wide open plains, survival required constant adaptation. The environment was totally unforgiving. It was a continuous, high-stakes battle between predator and prey, making every single hunt a massive test of those evolutionary adaptations. But then, everything changed. Around 66 million years ago, a massive asteroid, about 10 kilometers wide, struck the Earth right near what is now modern-day Mexico. Try to wrap your mind around a rock the size of a city slamming into the planet. The impact released an absolutely unimaginable amount of energy. Let's look at how this built into a fatal chain reaction. The energy from the impact sent massive amounts of dust and ash high into the atmosphere, completely blocking out sunlight for months, possibly even years. Without the sun, global temperatures plummeted, plants died off, and ultimately, entire food chains collapsed from the ground up. The aftermath was incredibly sobering. As a result of this chain reaction, which is one of the most devastating events in our planet's history, nearly 75% of all species on Earth became extinct. This catastrophic event wiped out all non-avian dinosaurs, bringing their magnificent reign to a very sudden, permanent end. So, the crucial point we really must take away from this extinction event is that no species, no matter how powerful or dominant, is invincible against the overwhelming forces of nature. Absolute dominance just doesn't guarantee permanent survival. It is a powerful lesson in humility, showing us that nature always has the final say. But, the story doesn't end in complete tragedy. Their legacy still lives on today. Although most dinosaurs disappeared, scientists now firmly believe that modern birds are actually their living descendants. That means every time you see a bird outside, you're literally looking at a creature carrying that incredible prehistoric legacy right into the present day.
Which leaves us with a fascinating final thought to ponder. If dinosaurs had never gone extinct, would humans even exist? If that asteroid had just missed Earth, would we even be here today? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're fascinated by the secrets of the natural world, don't forget to subscribe to Wildlife Essence for more incredible documentaries. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next adventure.